Well, hello, everybody. My name is Captain Will, aka BigWill4JC. That's my gamer tag on all platforms. So if you're looking for me on Xbox, or I have an old school PlayStation 3 as well, you can find me on there. My wife and I, we've been officers for about 9 years, going into our 10th year soon. So we really enjoy it and have been privileged to serve this long in the Salvation Army. I started gaming at about 3 years old. Our first system or first gaming thing that you could say was an Apple IIe. We had some old DOS games that we used to play on it, and we loved those games. And I think from there we got a Atari 2600 as a family and played that. Then we got an Intellivision. And that some of you guys probably have never even heard of that platform, but it was legit, man. The Intellivision was legit, and I think my favorite game on that was the He-Man game, Masters of the Universe. It was a fun game. Then we got a Nintendo, and I remember we got a Nintendo as a family. We played Duck Hunt a lot, and of course the first Super Mario Brothers that came in, and eventually we got a game that I came to love called Super Spike Volleyball. It was a great game. And there was also a Bible game called Spiritual Warfare on the Nintendo that we had, which was also a great game. Then I think I got a Game Boy for Christmas and played that a lot. And we always had PCs in my family, computers, and we used them, of course, a lot for educational purposes. But I would sneak a few games on there and played some games on PC. So I'm still a PC gamer, and I love PC games. Then I think we got a Super Nintendo as a family, and that was definitely my favorite system by far that we had as a family. My parents, of course, and me and my brothers growing up had a lot of great games on Super Nintendo. Then we got a Nintendo 64 as a family. And then I saved up and bought my own Game Boy Advance, which was great. And then I got a PlayStation. I bought one, and then a friend gave me one that was modded as well. And all of these copied games that he had. So we played a lot of those as well. Then we had an Xbox, got an Xbox. Then got my own Xbox 360 when that came out. And then currently I have an Xbox One and a PlayStation 3 and a Switch that I got my wife for her birthday, Nintendo Switch, because she loves that. I would say my favorite genres of games are RPGs. I love RPGs. Any game that tells a great story and you can get immersed in it and just enjoy it and have fun. Those are always enjoyable. Fighting games is also my favorite. Has been my favorite genre of games for a long time, all the way back to the first Street Fighter. I loved fighting games. And then sports games as well. Lots of different sports games I love. Basketball, my absolute favorite, because that's just my favorite sport in general. But lots of different sports games I loved as well. I would say my top 5 games, if I had to pick 5 games I absolutely love and could play those all the time, I would say out of the Street Fighter franchise, Alpha 3. Street Fighter Alpha 3 is probably my absolute favorite fighting game of all time. Street Fighter Alpha 3. Tekken 3, also out of the Tekken franchise. The third one was amazing. Just a lot smoother to play than the first two. So those ones are great. And I like a lot of different fighting games, but those two are my favorite. Um, Final Fantasy 8 and 10, I would say it's a tie between those two. I know that's 2 games, but we're going to count them as one. So I'm going to sneak that by. Final Fantasy 8 and Final Fantasy 10, absolutely great games. Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is another great game if you've never played that. Uh, Definitely one of my favorites. And then I would say from the Mass Effect franchise, which was an amazing franchise, all 3 of those. The second one was probably my favorite, Mass Effect 2. Um, and then if I could sneak a bonus one in, I would say NBA 2K12. I definitely think that was the best one out of the whole 2K franchise. NBA 2K12. Yeah, definitely NBA 2K12. Well, as far as me being here, I'm really anxious and looking forward to teaching people about who Jesus is and his love for them and what he can do for them. And I really feel that the gaming world provides a great platform to be able to do that, to teach people about Christ who may never even come to church or have left church or, uh, seldom come to church. It's a great opportunity for us as believers, I believe, to be able to use the gaming world and our video game time and as a platform, as a tool for having Christ conversations with people about church, about their relationship with Christ, or beginning one or deepening one. And so I really do consider it a blessing, a privilege that God would allow me to take advantage of this time and this platform and the tools that the Xbox or PlayStation, whichever you camp you belong to, can provide. So thank you for letting me serve you, and I look forward to gaming with you guys in the future. God bless.